Yo, welcome to SWANKVIEW. I'm your host, Swank. And today, man, this shit, it's another unorthodox joint, man. It's like, it's like, alright, fuck it. I'm just gonna get right to it, man. Welcome to SWANKVIEW. I'm your host, Swank. And today, I'm gonna get right to it. So, I'm with my guys, right? We over there smoking the shit, right? I'm having some rap ass pop, you know what I'm saying? TP, one mouth might be a little comment, but look. So we over there smoking with the guys, and we get to talk about everything that be going on and shit. We talking about how, you know what I'm saying, it was in the street and things we did and been through, you know, regular conversation, just regular smuggler hood shit and child tribulation things we done been through as a young men and adults, right? So boom, we get to everything that happened and what you did while you was out here. So it been years and years going past. You ain't did shit. You weren't really doing shit too tough. Like you was doing whatever you was doing to survive and maintain. You might have came up, got over a couple times, or whatever, checked the bag and really was successful and really was having this your way and having things, right? So you got all this going, that's cool. But then we talk about the darkest times when you got in trouble, when you got caught, when you got shot at, when you shot back, when you got to hurt somebody, when somebody hurt you or tried to hurt. Shit like that. Your family got involved, blah, blah, blah. You lost shit, you took L, think robbed your car, took your sounds out your speakers, your snatch off radio, your face off, they pull out, whatever. They done took your shit. You caught an L, you went to jail. So specifically, we get to the part about jail, right? I say all that to say this. We get to the part about jail, man. And we start talking about all the innovative ways that brothers was getting money in jail, you know, commissary's money, but at the same time, it was some real cash flow. But fuck all that. Back to the straight point. It's a lot of shit going on for money. Niggas getting money and niggas being intuitive, ingenious, niggas being creative. They being very intuitive. You know, the ingenuity, the level of creativity and passion and dedication, determination and discipline to get a goal accomplished because of not having, because of need or a dire want, like a dire one, like I really, really, really want it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the stuff that I learned from them guys that been incarcerated for a while, got the game passed to them, or learned from trial and error on their own because they was in there enough time to do it. Not saying it's good to go to jail or prison, but just saying period from them being in there for the time that they had to be in there, where they couldn't get out, whether it was financial, or they had a hold, or they had a no bond, or violated parole or probation, they was on papers and got in trouble, they dropped dirty on the piss test, whatever it was, they in there. And then we watch how creative and brilliant that these brothers is, but they would use none of this ingenuity outside of the prison, and that's what trips me out. I just didn't get how they didn't want to use this same power and presence outside of the prison. Let me start with the pop in the socket. The simplest shit everybody know. You in prison, you get the piece of lead and a piece of tissue, and you put it on the paper clip or with a pencil lid or a long stick, whatever you gotta do. You put the paper, nigga, you put the paper on there with the lid and you stick it in the socket and it pop and it can make a little flame spark. And if it hit the tissue, then it lights up the tissue. You can use the tissue to heat up your food, your hot pot, your ghetto made motherfucking hot dog bowl or like whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Or you want to file some weed or file cigarettes. Niggas in there smoking tea. That's another story for another time. But the fact that they figured out how to pop the socket and get the spark out to use the fire for whatever they need, whether it's food, cooking, smoking, doing weed, making something, sharpening a shank. I don't give a fuck what they was doing with that fire. They was doing something with that fire. Right? Excuse me again, I'm high as hell. I'm powerhouse, man. But nonetheless, they pop the socket. Then they doing using the baby powder for air freshener. Put the baby powder on a sheet of paper or whatever they got it. Put their hand, blow it in the air to mix in with the fumes or the smoke or whatever else they was in there burning or whatever scent they made that they shouldn't be making, mixing chemicals. I don't give a fuck if they in there making food out of bread and orange peels and sugar and yeast. I don't give a fuck what they was doing in there. 25-cent juices and quarter waters. I don't care. The ingenuity, the passion, the attention to detail and perfection for them to accomplish these goals. Making these dips, taking the shit out the commissary, taking some shit you would never think in your life to put together, such as summer sauces, a pack of tuna, some mayonnaise packets, a mustard packet, a pickle, and some pickle juice. And mixing all this shit together inside of a burrito, rub some cheddar, some spread, cheese whiz type jalapeno cheese inside of a tortilla shell, a flour tortilla shell with some cheese whiz type cheese in it, with summer sausage and tuna, mixed with cut up pickles, with a little pickle juice in there, with some, you hear me? With some rice from lunch early, and wrap that motherfucker up and then heat that up. Bro, make that little ghetto thing, put it inside a potato chip bag and put that inside a pot of water and then pop the socket to get the fire like I told you about in the beginning and light that up and cook that and boil it and have you a nice burrito. Like so many ways. I'm going to cook it on a bump, the metal bump with the milk cartons on that motherfucker. Lighting the milk cartons, letting the wax burn down. You know what I'm saying? Like making ghetto candles, ghetto cookers, ghetto heaters, ghetto stove tops, ghetto hot plates. And cooking that off the bump and putting shit on that, sizzling it up. Like you could scramble eggs up there. You could fry a steak on that motherfucker. Like just all of this crazy shit. Putting the chili in it. Like all the shit they was mixing. They was making tattoo guns out of an ink pen with a needle and a little motor outside of it. Like the shit they was doing, they'd take a motor out of an old Motorola phone and the little vibrating part, take that and put that on the wire and stick that motherfucker inside with a needle with some ink and use some ashes and baby oil and make ink out that shit. Like it was ingenious. But outside they wouldn't try none of this. 1,000 parts, man, my mouth dry as hell. I'm high as hell, but I had to talk about this. Me and my guys were just chopping it about this shit. And it just brought to my attention, like, man, I want to share this with my subscribers. Shout out to all my subscribers. Everybody else subscribe, man. Share, like, man. We keep it funky. Give me something to talk about. I'm finna start back talking about battle rap. I'm finna start back talking about not politics, but street politics, hood shit that's gonna affect us personally, not shit that's too far-fetched. Everything affects everybody, but stuff affects you quicker when it's closer to you. So I'm gonna talk about that first. But back to this. So I just want to notice the lack of ingenuity and the lack of discipline and passion to do things when we was outside versus when we inside. When we in jail, we so strong about what we gotta do and how we gonna do it. Tattoo guns, the ink the baby, like I said. Reusing stamps. They will take stamps. You get a letter with a stamp on it, right? From your loved one. You take the letter, you take the stamp part, you cut that part, you take the stamp part off, you cut that little part out. Don't cut the stamp, just cut around, cut that little square out, dump that in some baby oil or some shampoo and just let it sit there for about a day or two. After about 2 days, you can rub the little ink off, the post-date thing, the little ink stamp. You can rub that shit off and the stamp will look fresh, brand new, and it's unstuck from the paper, and it's brand new. Now, the back ain't sticky no more, so then you take some jelly, a little packet of jelly, a little jelly, put a little water in, hit it with your finger, rub that, and stick that on the back, and then take the jelly, stick it on the back of that little stamp, and stick it on your new letter, and use the same stamp to send it back to the person that sent you a letter, or to anybody. You just got free stamps. So any letters you see, you can soak them off with shampoo or baby oil. That shit'll come off. You can rub it off and reuse that stamp again. You can reuse the stamp. But you ain't thinking of this while you outside. Not saying you should be petty or, whatever you want to call it, tight or, broke motherfucker. That ain't what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, damn, look how intuitive it is. Like, everything has to get used for what it's worth. Everything has a cost and a price and a value. Even stamps that they sent me a letter, and I'm going to use the same stamp off that letter they sent me, clean and fresh, stick it back on my letter with some jelly and send it back to your motherfucking ass, and it's gonna get stamped again. And you send it. You see, it's amazing. Just the resourcefulness of people when they in certain situations. And my thing is, how can we harness that power and bring it out? How can we bring that same power outside of I gotta be institutionalized in the gym or in a motherfucking rehab or in some type of trouble? Why the motherfucker put on some nice casual, nice clothes? A motherfucker to ask you, did you just come from court or church? Why can't I just want to have one of those nice motherfucking clothes and want to dress my age to date and not look like I'm 15 years old, my pants hanging off my ass, man? So, you re-sticking stamps on letters with jelly from a letter that got sent to you. Pause. Motherfucker making shapes out the mirror. Motherfucker crack the mirror and shade that bitch to that motherfucker look like a pretty motherfucking picture, man. So like a razor blade, you can cut nickel bags of crack out with this motherfucker. Yeah. I just want to know. I just want to know. Fishing, motherfucker got the string. Slap the motherfucking string down the hallway with the little hook on it, with the little object. Sling that bitch down, get your kites, get all that goofy shit, and slide the shit back, pull it back in, slide it here, whatever. You know what I'm saying? After a while, you get good with the shit. Talking through the vents, yelling. Like, I'm trying to keep it brief, but I just want y'all to feel what I'm saying. But the point of my thing is not to highlight it's fun in jail or how much you learn in jail or it's good to be in jail and make you slicker and better and you know it's criminal college and you conquered it and you got it. You know what I'm saying? You got a crime certificate for criminal college. You went to jail and made you a better criminal. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying, do you see how focused and serious and passionate motherfuckers is about what they be doing when they in that situation? But then they come out here and get the lacking and get lax, sloppy, too much tricking, too much partying, playing too fucking much, playing too much. I gotta start looking right at y'all because y'all act like y'all hear what I'm saying. I'm gonna start looking right at y'all in y'all shit. Cause y'all, like y'all don't, do y'all see me, man? Subscribe, man. Share this shit. That like button, man. It's up there. It's crazy. Train your dinner snacks for your dinner. Nobody want no thing of slop. No motherfucking hot dogs with onions. With some beans on the side and a fruit cup. Your gay ass out there. Don't nobody want that shit. 1,000 pods. Mouth dry. Man, boy. That thunder, Paul. Man, just all the shit you learn. You never had no cars. You bored in the house. You never thought all the milks you be drinking in school or the milks you drink at home or you get carton. We making playing cars, 52 cars out of the milk cartons, taking the milk cartons, man. The fucking milk cartons. The little milk cartons you get in school, that's 4 cars. It's 2 of us in there. That's 8 cars a day. 8 times 5, 8 times 6, 8 times 7, 8 times 8. You know what I'm saying? So we have enough cars. So it'll take us about a week to get a whole deck of cars. You got to keep each one, cut them out perfect, dry them, clean them, dry them, cut them out, cut the 4 sides of the milk carton out, the little milk carton to make playing cards. And then mark them, ace, king, queen, jack, 10, 9, so on and so forth, on down every suit. And so we got a full deck of cards. Like, just the ingenuity. But motherfucker come outside and wouldn't even think twice about fixing their own motherfucking car. They rather call the motherfucker or say it don't work or just give up and fail and be doing some stupid shit. Not even trying. It blows my mind. But we can make a whole deck of cards because we ain't got shit else to do. So we wanted that bad that we would take the time to cut them neat cards out and mark them and write on them and make them right. And have a whole deck of cards. Same thing with chess pieces out of tissue. They balling up tissue and napkins and paper and balling them and forming them into the horse and forming them into the rook and forming them into the knight and forming them into the pawn and forming them into the queen and forming them into the king. And so it looks perfectly like those pieces in hard, wet paper, in tissue paper, and make them hard and solid. They look exactly like the chess pieces, like they have the time and the patience and the skill and the precision to make them look perfect out of paper, man. It's amazing. But you would come out here and when try to open the pipe to see if it was a piece of cloth hair, something fell in there. You don't know your daughter was in there playing with a candle and drop some wax in that motherfucking cloth. You ain't gonna even look in there. You gonna call dudes for $500, be talking crazy, cussing, anything. Instead of getting to it. You ain't gonna be that creative and intuitive. It's a problem or not. Or come up with something with an ideal concept or be extra entrepreneurial, if that's such a word. Entrepreneurial. Be an entrepreneur and get to it yourself and create something of your own. Come with a totally original idea, or make a idea that's already out here way better. Period. Like the fishing, the gambling, like I said, the making the fucking the chess pieces out of the tissue paper. They look perfect, like perfect chess piece. The horse has eyes and nostrils, and do you understand what I'm like? It's crazy. Yelling through the vents, talking down the hall, all that. Hey yo, all that. Hey, check it out, Joe. Playing chess through the vents. B13 to A4. Motherfucker, like, playing chess through the... It's just crazy how it go. Getting shit sent through different tiers and different decks and different parts of the compound. I can get some shit from over here 3 miles down the road. If you want them super big compound, I can get it another half a mile down. A little piece, but I can get it over there in his hand. Because it's a system in an underground railroad, so to speak, no slavery, but how to get shit done. Damn, it is a slavery because it's captivity, but it's a way to get around all that shit. Trading your dinner snacks, gambling for commissary. We gambling, I get to eat all your food for the next week. We gambling, I get to get your shit when we go make book. When we go up there, I get to grab your shit. That's my shit. Fuck what you talking about? That's mine. Whatever you get, or I get to order what I want. You give me your shit, I order what I want, and then you run that to me when we come from up there. You feel? You feel? It's crazy. Like I said, man, I ain't trying to go over. I just want to let y'all know, man. Like I said, it took us a week, me and my celly, to get a deck of cards out of our milk cards. We had to sit up there when we was up there in our seat. We had to sit up there. Ashley, the motherfucker. Streets. But yeah, man, we took us a week to get it. 8 times whatever. Feel? 8 times 7. What's that? 56. Took about a week to get the whole deck of cards. Out of the milk cartons. Niggas making a chess piece out the tissue. I seen the motherfucker make dice out of the roll-on deodorant ball. The ball that be in the roll-on deodorant, the one that roll, the little roll-on deodorant. Not the rub-on, the roller. The one that got the ball at the top. It's like a little baby bowling ball, like a little moth ball. Little marble. I seen the motherfucker scrape that bitch down into perfect cubes. And motherfucking... with a baby shank, scraped the numbers in there, then dyed the motherfucker with some ink shit that soaked into the shit. So they went and made dice out of them. They was clacking and everything. You want them tissue dice. It was clacking. Them motherfuckers, I don't know how the fuck. He put some, man, he made them harder. Like, I don't know how the fuck he took the roll-on deodorant ball, the little circle thing, and turned it into a perfect square, and then hit them, engraved them, and then dyed them. And them motherfuckers roll at them motherfuckers whole 7 months. I'm in that shit was crazy. But come out here, motherfucker, tell you how to get out of a simple ass jam. See what I'm saying? I don't get it, man. I don't get it, man. I don't know, man. Motherfucker got to get full. Motherfucker eat honey buns with peanut butter on it. I seen the motherfucker take 2 pieces of bread, put some jelly and peanut butter on this bread, jelly on this bread, and then put 4 cookies on top of that motherfucker. 4 big ass motherfucking deluxe duplex cookies, the cream with the chocolate, the one side the white and the one side black. Them 2-tone, black and white Michael Jackson cookie. Put 4 of them motherfuckers. They hanging off the side of the bread. One bread got peanut butter, one bread got jelly. Put the 4 big dumbass cookies hanging off and ate that, then hit about 4 sets of motherfucking 50 on the push-up. Like, what the fuck was, it was crazy in there. But come out here, get the lacking, not doing no exercise, not working the body. It was just a lot of shit going on, man. It was just a lot, man. Motherfuckers making ink. Dude, I'm gonna leave this shit alone, man. I'm gonna let it go. I see this one way over, man. I ain't even try to go this far. I just had to say this shit, 'cause I was just talking to the gas, and this shit was on my mind, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I'm talking about motherfucker making incense, effort, anything. Motherfucker take a squirt of Lysol and some lemon pledge, goddammit, and stick that shit in the vent. And when the heat blew, they shit smell like lemons and fresh, you know what I'm saying? They done washed up and they done bleached and ammonia and clinked the motherfucking, the cell and the sink and the piss ass toilet. They done clinked everything now. When it blow, it smell like lemons in this motherfucker. He done washed his ass and inside the cell taking them bird baths, you know, T sessions. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. The T session, his ass nuts. In the goose, you gotta basics. It's your mouth, you know, somehow you gotta get it together, man. I don't leave it alone, man. Thank y'all for watching SWANKVIEW. I'm y'all host, Swank. Man, it was a lot to unpack, man. But I had to get it up out of here, man. It's another one, man. SWANKVIEW.